Okay.
I would just say to everybody that put this together, it's been a wonderful event. I really, really, really enjoyed my time. The conversations at the table, what I would say is I really enjoyed it. It was, I was having a conversation afterwards, and what I really appreciated is the tone of the conversation. It wasn't, people in the room might be aware of the Indigenous file and all what it could mean, but you didn't come in with preconceived ideas. You're inquisitive. And to me sitting on this side of the desk, I've had too many conversations with people that made a lot of assumptions and had the conversations and just were engaging with me based on their assumptions, really not trying to learn. What I really appreciate about this is it was about, I want to learn more and ask questions. And to me, that's the right approach, because for someone from my side who's speaking from an Indigenous lens, we want to share, but we want people to learn. We're looking for allies. And what I feel in this room has the potential to do is you have the megaphone. You can take a story and you have that voice, but do it from a voice of wanting to learn and wanting to share the right thing. And the question that was asked at the table here is, when it comes to the Indigenous file, do you have any recommendations? And I just said, make sure you do your research and base it on facts, not assumptions, but facts that are verified, that you, what's the word in journalism, that you fact check? Fact check? Make sure it's fact check, and that you can stand on the facts that you, because if you're sharing a story or a piece based on facts, then it's easy to to justify your position as to why you're saying something. And someone from an Indigenous side, we appreciate that, because there's a lot of misconceived ideas as to what the Indigenous file is and the issues are, but it's very complex. And what I really appreciate about our conversation was, we talked about what I do and stuff like that, but it's in the context of what Canada is as Indigenous, why it's the way we are. It's history. And to me, the Indigenous file is in that context. And if you can ask those questions, learn, and integrate what you're trying to say, that's the way to do it, in my opinion. Anyway, so thanks a lot. And I wasn't planning to come tomorrow, but it sounds like it might be advantageous for me to just be an observer in the room to see what's happening in year two, because I love this event. I've never been part of something like this. You guys it's really kick-ass. So anyway.
So I didn't get to tell you guys this before, but I graduated the mass media program in 23. So I miss being in this classroom, but I don't miss those chairs. Very bad on my back. Big thanks for letting me come out here. My group, you guys were excellent. Hopefully I did a good enough job explaining how community sports help foster a very wholesome community. I don't know if I have any big recommendations, just something to keep in mind as you're going forward. If you're like me and you didn't go into journalism after you graduated this program, a lot of people, since society started moving online, have been pushing the do your own research, do your own research, do your own research, and that can only take you so far. Because if you arrive at the wrong conclusion, you're not really helping yourself or anybody around you, okay? Always reach out, especially for Indigenous people. Obviously, we're not a monolith. Some people aren't going to be so open to helping you along the way. I am always open to helping you. I've got resources for you if you want. Other than that, I don't enjoy speaking in front of large groups of people, so thank you.
Can you share with us?
Watch yourself.
I will. I was watching when he hopped over it. So. Thank you, everybody, for having me here. It's been a great experience for me because this is my first time. I had an awesome table, great questions, great questions. And what I really liked was everybody's open-mindedness and their willingness to listen. And like I said, some really, really good questions. And I did say to them on 2 or 3 times at the table anyway, and I'll say it to everybody here, my takeaway for you guys for that, I'm only going to reiterate something that's already been said though, is check your facts. There's so much misinformation out there, even to the point of where if it's coming from somebody you think probably already checked their facts, don't count on it. Double check them. make sure that whatever you're writing is evidence-based. It can be proven. And it's not just somebody's thoughts, but it's actual facts. So that's my one takeaway. I really hope everybody takes away from this particular session, especially with me anyway. Harm reduction is one of the things I said, somebody kind of beat me to it at my table, but one of the things I was going to ask right off the bat was, so when you hear the term harm reduction, what are you thinking? Tell me what you're thinking about. And because there's a lot of, particularly in the media right now, there's an awful lot of hype about it, over the provincially, but even locally, like as far as the municipality and the city of Oshawa with a bylaw that's just been put forward around social service agencies, not necessarily harm reduction programming specifically, but around social service-based and not-for-profit agencies. So just make sure, like I said, whatever you do, when you're going out there and you're getting that information, and make sure the biases get checked at the door. I know you guys get told that, but just do it. You need to be looking for facts, any personal biases, and we all have them somewhere along the line for something or other, but they need to be checked at the door. And they don't have any place, I know they don't have any place in harm reduction, and they don't have any place in the media either. So just bear that in mind, guys, and thank you so much for having me, and it's been a really great pleasure.